Do you ever feel like you're running on a never-ending hamster wheel, living paycheck to paycheck, earning money only to spend it all again? Most people do. That's why Tony Robbins wrote Money Master the Game. Money Master the Game gives you the ultimate guide to achieve true wealth. By the end of this, you will learn how to achieve financial freedom by building a lifetime income stream that you can't outlive. You'll also understand why most people aren't rich and how to avoid the landmines in the financial world. His book is a #1 New York Times bestseller with over 14,000 reviews and 4.6 star rating on Amazon. In it, Robbins interviewed over 50 financial legends like Warren Buffett and Ray Dalio and revealed their best success secrets. Chapter 1. Welcome to the jungle. The journey begins with this first step. Money is a great servant, but a bad master. Sir Francis Bacon. For most of us, money is our master. We give up our most valuable resource, time, just to earn it, only to watch it disappear again. It's a relentless cycle, a trap with no exit in sight. But what if you could break free? What if, instead of working for money, you made money work for you? How? You save and invest a portion of your earnings, like 15% of your paycheck. So money is serving you and not the other way around. Some people falsely believe, I don't need to save, I can just earn my way to freedom. Both Mike Tyson and Michael Jackson earn more money than most people could spend in a lifetime. And yet, they both struggle financially. Regardless of how much you earn, if you don't put something aside, you will end up broke as a joke. If you want to avoid this tragic fate, you must automate the process of saving and investing a portion of your earnings now. This is the first step to financial freedom. What if you can't do it? You can. You just need to reframe it. What if there were a new tax that made you pay 10 to 15% more to the government? You kick and scream bloody murder, but you still pay the damn thing. So think of it as a tax, but you benefit instead of the government. If it has to be done, you will do it. Chapter 2. Become the insider. Know the rules before you get in the game. After you've automated your saving, you must then become an insider and learn the rules of the game. Spoiler alert, the financial system is stacked against you. And if you don't know what to avoid, you'll pay the price. There are 9 myths you must be aware of. 1. Invest with us. We'll beat the market. Most mutual funds advertise that they can beat the market, but after fees and taxes, the likelihood of beating the market is nearly non-existent. 2. An extra 1% fee doesn't matter. Just 1% here and 1% there doesn't sound like much, but when compounded over time, it could literally be the difference between a comfortable retirement and surviving on welfare. 3. What you see is what you get. The advertised return is not the return you will get. Picture a hypothetical market that goes up 50%, down 50%, up 50%, down 50%. What's the average return here? 0%. So you didn't lose any money, right? Wrong. In reality, you've actually lost 43.75%. 4. Your broker is there to help you. Brokers may go by many names, financial advisors or wealth advisors, but they are not there to give advice that is in your best interest. They're there to sell you products. 5. Your retirement is just a 401k away. Some 401ks will actually end up hurting you because they charge you hefty fees just for being in it. They're also stuffed with shitty and costly mutual funds. 6. A target date fund is all you need. While TDFs offer a very hands-off approach to investing, they're not perfect. They can be expensive and just as volatile. 7. All annuities suck. Even though some annuities do suck, the good ones can be the key to a very comfortable retirement. 8. You have to take huge risks for huge rewards. Great investors always try to protect their chances of loss and aim for asymmetric risk/reward. Little risk for big rewards. 9. I'm not successful because someone or something else beyond my control did this to me X years ago. What stops us is often not the external world, but our internal limiting perceptions and beliefs. We get what we tolerate, so stop tolerating BS excuses and face your challenges head on. Once you're familiar with these myths, you're ready for the next step. Chapter 3. What's the price of your dreams? Make the game winnable. Do you know how much you need to guarantee that you'll never have to work again? Most people don't, and they just spit out a random number like $1 million or $10 million. If you don't know the goal, how can you possibly hit it? First, You must figure out what your annual expenses are, mortgages, utilities, food, transportation, insurance, and so on. Then multiply that number by 20 and you'll know how much you'll need for financial freedom. As you start on your journey to financial freedom, you should prepare a life jacket in case your ship flips over. You can do so with an emergency fund that covers 3 to 12 months of expenses in case you lose your job. Like life jackets on ships, you don't expect to use them, but they're there if you need them. After you figure out your number, there are some ways to turbocharge your progress. Some lifestyle ways include reevaluating your current spending and cutting out things you got used to paying for, and refinancing your mortgage for a lower rate and making early principal payments on it. There are also some investment ways you can turbocharge your progress, like using a tax advantage account like a 401k or an IRA, and also diversifying your portfolio. While most of these are focused on saving, you can also turbocharge your progress by earning more. How? Investing yourself and your skill sets so you become more valuable in the marketplace. Chapter 4. Make the most important investment decision of your life. At this point, you might be wondering, what do I invest in? Stocks? Bonds? Commodities? And how much should I put in these? 70% stock and 30% bond? This is your asset allocation. Your asset allocation should be diversified in different companies, asset types, countries, and time. In short, don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Why? Do you know anyone who is always right? Yeah, my wife. No one is always right in investing, not even Buffett. According to him, you should never test the depth of the river with both feet. Like your wardrobe, your allocation should be personalized to you based on your goals, risk tolerance, and so on. The main question you need to answer is, how much do you want to keep safe and how much do you want to risk to get more rewards? Once you figure that out, let me give you some examples for both categories. Here are some examples of safe investments which include cash, CDs, bonds, and life insurance. Here are some examples of risk/growth investments which include stock, REITs, commodities, and currencies. When most people invest, they have this fear of, what if I invest and it drops right after? Peter Lynch, one of the best investment managers of all time, has the perfect answer. Far more money has been lost by investors in preparing for corrections or anticipating corrections than has been lost in the corrections themselves. One way to lessen this fear is using a strategy known as dollar cost averaging, which diversifies across time. How do you do it? You consistently invest a specific amount every month regardless of what happens in the market. Over time, your portfolio will drift from your original allocation. When that happens, you should rebalance the portfolio back to the original ratios. Rebalancing is like baking. If you add too much sugar, you can balance it out by adding more flour. Chapter 5. Upside without the downside. Create a lifetime income plan. Are you still unsure where to invest or want more guidance? What if we gave you access to one of the best portfolios of all time, created by the investing legend Ray Dalio? It's called the All Seasons Portfolio because it's meant to perform well in all of the economic seasons and not just one. Most traditionally balanced portfolios do well in only one economic season, so when the seasons change, like what happened in 2008, these portfolios easily drop 30% or more. What's in the All Seasons portfolio? 30% stock, 15% intermediate treasury, 40% long-term treasury, 7.5% gold, 7.5% commodities. The portfolio is a long-term approach that tries to lower the chance of large drops. Now that you know the perfect road up the mountain, stockpiling assets, how do you get down? Spending them. You can't pay for things with a stock or bond. You need cash, which an annuity can provide. Annuities can give you an income for life and protect you from sequence of returns risk. What's that? Imagine two people retiring, Brian and Emily, each with $1 million saved. Brian's portfolio takes a 50% hit just as he retires, wiping out $500,000 from his savings. Emily, however, takes the 50% hit much later on, losing only $100,000. The crash affected Emily much less because it happened later on in her retirement when she had less to lose. This is the sequence of returns risk, and annuities can protect you from it. Chapter 6. Invest like the 0.001%. The Billionaire's Playbook. Now that you know the fundamentals, it's time to fine-tune your approach and reveal to you how some of the best investors in the world invest. Although these investors have unique approaches, they share 4 common obsessions. 1. Don't lose money and never set yourself up for the knockout punch. 2. Use asymmetric risk/reward to risk a little to make a lot. 3. Anticipate failure and diversify, since no one can predict the future consistently. 4. Stay hungry and never stop learning, earning, growing, and giving. Carl Icahn. Look for and create opportunities in business through active investing, like finding poorly managed companies and fixing them. David Swenson. Don't chase returns, such as the next hot fund, or try to beat the market with active management or stock picking. Taxes and fees matter a lot. John Bogle. Don't try to beat the market, or trying to find the best fund or the fund manager. Don't panic sell during a crash, just wait for the market to rebound. Warren Buffett. Look for undervalued companies, buy their stock, and hold it for the long term. Paul Tudor Jones. Defense is 10 times more important than offense. Align with the trend. Mary Callahan Erdos. You have to customize your portfolio to you because there is no one size fits all in investing. Get educated and stick to your plan. Invest for the long term and only take money out when you truly need it. Kyle Bass. How you deal with failure defines you as a person. To succeed, you need hunger, which usually comes from the pain in your life. Mark Faber. Invest against the trend and go for bargains that others avoid. What you buy doesn't matter, the price does. The best investment is in your own business or something that you have special knowledge in. Charles Schwab. Actively managed funds that claim to beat the market almost always fail, so just invest in low-cost index funds. The return you see on a mutual fund is not what you will actually get. Stocks are the best place to have long-term investments because companies are in business to grow. John Templeton. Buy at the point of maximum pessimism and sell at the point of maximum optimism. Give more than what's expected from you because the more you help others, the more prosperous you will be. Most do not build up any wealth because they do not practice the self-discipline of saving and investing some of their income every month. God gives us hard times to make us grow into a greater soul than we would have otherwise. Chapter 7. Just do it, enjoy it, and share it. You now have the complete roadmap to be financially wealthy. Unfortunately, that's not enough because knowledge is not power, action is. You have to actually do what you've learned. Crazy concept, right? At the same time, you need to realize why you're chasing the money. Money by itself will not give you an outstanding life, and the lack of money does not mean you can't have one. Do you know anyone that is wealthy beyond imagination, but is still miserable? Take Robin Williams or Kate Spade for example. How can someone be so unbelievably successful, yet take their own lives? It's because their lives lack true meaning. Since money won't give you what you really want, how do you find meaning? I'll go over 4 key ways. 1. Learn to appreciate everything that you have now. 2. Create a compelling future so you have a why to live. 3. Grow and develop yourself because progress equals happiness. 4. Give to others money, time, emotion, or presence, and you'll discover an ocean of abundance that's all around you. When you do these 4 simple actions, you will live a life that's beyond your imagination. This doesn't mean that there won't be hard times, but you'll be ready to handle them. Lastly, there are 2 core beliefs that can get you through any obstacle. 1. Life is always happening for you, not to you. 2. You're not a creature of circumstance, but a creator of your life. Live life fully while you're here. Make mistakes and learn from them. Don't try to be perfect, just be an excellent example of being human. Although you now have the ultimate guide to financial freedom, you won't be able to properly apply it until you fully understand how an annuity works. This next video will break down what an annuity is and how it can protect you from sequence of return risk. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe.